Good morning, I'm Clinton Griffiths. The results are in on testing of ground beef in states where cattle tested positive for avian flu. USDA says those results found no virus particles in the beef. AgDay's Michelle Rook is continuing to follow this story for us. And Michelle, the good news sent the cattle market into overdrive on Thursday.
Yeah, that's right, Clinton. The cattle market breathed a sigh of relief after USDA announced the negative test results for H5N1 in ground beef and then reiterated that beef is safe. And a former USDA Undersecretary for Food Safety is going one step farther, telling AgDay that the virus is unlikely to be found in beef in the future. The Food Safety and Inspection Service gave the market and consumers a boost of confidence after confirming all 30 ground beef samples sent to the National Veterinary Services laboratories for PCR testing came back with no H5N1 virus particles present. This came as no surprise to Mindy Brashears, who served as USDA Undersecretary for Food Safety.
Really, your meat is essentially sterile. That's the muscle of the animal. And this virus you usually find in the GI tract or in the respiratory system. So I was not surprised that they did not find it in the meat products.
FSIS is now also testing muscle tissues from culled dairy cattle that were condemned due to systemic pathologies. The results of these tests are yet to be published but are expected soon. But again, Brashears anticipates a negative result.
In the muscle, it really should be essentially sterile when it comes off the animal. It does get contaminated from the environment, but the meat industry already takes really high precaution to prevent cross-contamination because of, foodborne pathogens such as E. coli and salmonella. And because of those precautions, I really would be surprised if that actually gets into the meat or the food supply.
So Brashears says if H5N1 is ever detected in beef cattle, that meat will also be safe, especially if properly cooked.
All the precautions that consumers are already told to cook your meat to prevent cross-contamination, that should also go a long way in killing this pathogen as well.
And she adds milk and eggs are also safe due to pasteurization. The cattle futures rallied in response to the test results after selling off earlier in the week when USDA announced the testing.
These tests are what has been holding the market down. That's been the question. Is it going to be in the beef or not? I mean, we import so much beef that gets ground up for ground beef that could have been Australian for all I know.
He says the other good news is during all this, cash cattle trade has not faltered due to tight supplies.
Earlier in the week, there was 2 different days before we knew this USDA negative test that we traded 187, kind of under the radar.
Plus, beef exports were a marketing year high Thursday morning at 22,500 metric tons, signaling international customers are confident U.S. beef is safe. I'm Michelle Rook reporting for AgDay.